This morning, SpaceX is inching closer to its goal of deep space missions, but its latest test flight shows that progress comes with risks. Liftoff last night was textbook. The booster's 33 engines ignited, blasting the 400-foot Starship into the sky over Texas. The booster separated, clearing one of the biggest hurdles. But once in orbit, Starship failed to deploy its test payload, 8 dummy satellites, when a side hatch jammed. Then came a leak in the fuel tank.
We've been dealing with some leaks on the ship. This is also what led to that loss of attitude control. So at this point, we are kind of in a spin.
Well, that's a fascinating angle.
Cameras showed Starship spinning out of control as it re-entered the atmosphere, breaking apart over the Indian Ocean. Despite the failures, the launch marks the first time one of Elon Musk's Starships, intended for travel to the moon and Mars, flew with a recycled booster. There were no plans to catch the booster with giant chopsticks like previous launches. It was supposed to splash down intact, but it broke apart as it fell back to Earth. Before breaking apart, Starship made it farther into space than ever before. Its 2 previous launches ended in explosions just minutes after takeoff.
Just the fact that we got it into space, that was just a really big moment.
The launch comes as SpaceX founder Elon Musk makes a very public break with President Trump. In a new interview, Musk, who's led the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, says he is disappointed with Trump's so-called Big Beautiful Bill, which passed the House last week and includes tax cuts that will increase the federal deficit.
I was disappointed to see the massive spending bill, frankly. Which increases the budget deficit, not just decrease it, and undermines the work that the DOGE team is doing.
The Big Beautiful Bill still faces an uphill battle in the Senate.
At this point, we've essentially lost our attitude control. We are about 30 minutes into today's flight test, and the ship is on its suborbital trajectory. As you can see in some of the views and from some of the telemetry, we are in a little bit of a spin. We did spring a leak in some of the fuel tank systems inside of Starship, which a lot of those are used for your attitude control. And so at this point, we've essentially lost our attitude control with Starship. We are still on a path toward re-entry. We are suborbital, so no matter what, we are going to enter. However, this lowers the chances for it to be a controlled re-entry. So if you think back to Flight 3, when we had something similar happen, just the end symptom of a loss of attitude control, we were in a roll by the time we hit re-entry. So we are going to re-enter. We should hopefully still have views. The Starlink satellites are pretty robust to still maintaining contact. We've got 4 of those terminals on the vehicle, and they're pretty robust to maintaining contact, even when we are in a spin, essentially. So we should hopefully continue to keep live views.
You know, I'm just thinking, isn't this message newsworthy? And actually, I've been doing a lot of messages that are newsworthy. But where is the news, people? Oh, because I'm a nobody, and so I have no credibility. So even the news people watching me are hesitant to connect with me because of that. But I still have to be the star messenger and deliver the message to the Earthlings. And hey, I'm being an Earthling myself right now. Anyway, this is a message for Elon Musk, coming from Commander Ashtar of Ashtar Command, or Ashtar Galactic Command, and the Arcturians, and also all the other galactics in the Milky Way galaxy. Now, of course, Elon Musk is newsworthy, but I'm not? How come? Why? I'm a star messenger, and I'm delivering all these messages coming from the stars and from the galactics. But I'm still not newsworthy? Really? What's really going on? Like, I know WeOn News is watching me and they want to know about something. They want to know about President Trump's secret. And C News India too. I see. Anyway, let's get on with the message. Right, this is a news article that I'm looking at here. This is from The Independent. The headline says, Elon Musk's SpaceX Starship rocket tumbles out of control and explodes in third major setback. I wonder why. Because Commander Ashtar is saying you are not allowed that kind of access into space and outer space and into the stratosphere and above the stratosphere and onto the moon and onto planet Mars. Either. You're not allowed. And you're not gonna be given access like that. So you can do however many test launches. I think you are expecting to do at least 12 test launches and you're expecting them to fail. But what if they keep failing even after the 12th time? Because you're just not allowed that kind of access. Because Commander Ashtar, the Arcturians and the Galactics are letting me know that it's them who are doing this. Get it? Well, you need to get it now, especially now that another human being like me is actually, telling you in plain and simple words, in human language and words that you humans can understand, that Elon Musk can understand. Elon Musk understands English, right? Right. Commander Ashtar is talking to me telepathically right now. Some more. He's saying, you are not allowed to build a moon base. You are not allowed to build a base on the moon. And I think that's what this particular Starship rocket is being tested for. By SpaceX, by Elon Musk. And he's also saying you are not gonna be allowed access to planet Mars like that either. He's saying there will be no colonization of planet Mars with humans. It's simply not allowed. Not like this. Not when the humans are refusing to let the Galactics in. Not when the humans are refusing access to the Galactics on planet Earth. So, if you're going to reject us and not let us have access to planet Earth, then we cannot allow you access into space, outer space, onto another planet or other planets either, because there's no mutually beneficial cooperation going on here between the Earthlings or humans and the Galactics, which there need to be, which there is a need for. So unless that happens, unless the Earthlings, the humans, allow the Galactics in on planet Earth, the Galactics are not gonna allow the humans access into space, outer space, and on other planets like the Moon and Mars. So, if you want access into space, outer space, and if you want that kind of access to other planets like the Moon and planet Mars, then first of all, you're going to have to allow access to the Galactics. You're going to have to let the Galactics in on planet Earth, and we're going to have to build a mutually beneficial relationship and cooperation between the humans on planet Earth and the Galactics. Because Commander Ashtar is saying it's Commander Ashtar who keeps blowing up your Starship rockets in space, Elon Musk. It's him doing it. It's the Galactics doing it on purpose, because you're just not allowed to have access like that. And you won't be allowed to have access until you allow the Galactics access on planet Earth. Until people like Elon Musk, SpaceX, and NASA, government bodies, allow the Galactics access on planet Earth. It has to be a two-way street. It has to be a mutually beneficial relationship. There has to be cooperation between the two sides. It's not going to be a one-way street. It's not going to be one-sided. Oh, just because the humans on planet Earth, or some human like Elon Musk on planet Earth, wants to have access to the Moon and Mars, planet Mars, then he can just have it? He can just have that access? No. It's a no. Not like that, as I've just explained. You're going to have to give something to get something there with that. And again, they're saying they want access to planet Earth. And until you allow the Galactics access to planet Earth and on planet Earth, all of these test launches of yours are gonna keep failing. Period. We hope we're clear on that. And we're gonna leave this message here. Take care, stay safe, over and out.